Hi guys. This week we're going to do the charts as they are and all of them in one video. I will not be splitting the S&P 500 with the rest. That is simply because I've been traveling this week and I will continue traveling the next week. So I unfortunately don't have the time for the editing. So we're just going to look at the charts as they are. And well, it's been interesting week, and it feels like I say this every week, that every week is an interesting week, but the times are that way, the war and all. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at crude oil, and I believe that was the Friday. We had the week before this week. We had this massive OPEC plus manipulation move, and as I told you last week, that we are looking for this cloud to act as a resistance, and it did. It worked beautifully, so we can relax a little bit. This week we had a pullback. And this is probably because Biden went out and said that, well, as an answer to OPEC Plus attempts to manipulate the market, he will be releasing oil reserves. This is somewhat interesting because now the ball is in the OPEC's ballpark to see what they do. If they come back and say that they will cut production even more, well, that's going to be a problem for Biden because yes, he has reserves, but that will be an escalation that is really unwanted for everyone. But for us, just looking at the charts, Ichimoku Cloud worked beautifully. We are still on the downtrend. With this, we have lower highs, as you can see here, and lower lows here and here. So even though we had this massive push because of the OPEC, we also had reversal that I expect will continue down, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens if it continues down below the lower lows. That is the optimal the optimal thing we'll be looking for, basically. It's one of the key indicators that we get lower lows and lower highs, obviously, because that means we're in a downtrend. Anyway, Brent, we had the crude oil. We had a scare, massive scare, and I was actually thinking to stop some of these trades, but this week showed that no, the chart is still valid. Ichimoku Cloud is still valid. The moving averages are still valid. So we are just gonna sit and wait. Conclusion for oil is, well, yes, still bearish, still short. Let's move on. Then we have the uranium. And uranium is working as it should. Higher lows, higher highs. We had a pullback, and now we are in the next wave, basically. And as you can see, also here, the Ichimoku Cloud acts as a support, a really good support. So we expect this to continue rising. So we're not going to touch anything here. We're just going to let this trade continue riding. Then we have the copper for this week. And as you hopefully remember, copper, we are not looking at the dailies. We are not even looking at the weekly chart. We are actually looking at the monthly chart because copper, when do you use copper? Well, when you build stuff. And when do you build stuff? Well, that is when the economy is good to you and you can afford building stuff and buying stuff. And as you can see, these last couple of months, we were not able to afford much basically, and that is why you have this straight down pullback smack in the middle of the retracement area, these three lines, and also you have the supportive Ichimoku cloud. And as you can see, this is a massive pullback and then slow down. And here is where we will be looking for a reversal. But again, this is a monthly chart, so this is going to take a long time. Every bar is a month. So just be patient with this one. Be really patient. But as of today, as of this week, well, the chart looks good. No problems with copper. It does what it's supposed to do. And we have wheat. Let's just go back to the daily chart on our wheat trade, and we were a bit early. Again, this is moving slow, but as I can see it right now, this is also looking pretty good because you have higher lows, higher highs. We broke through the Ichimoku resistance cloud, and now the resistance cloud is actually turning into support cloud, and it's normal that we have some ups and then some down moves. So this is also, yes, we're plus minus zero on this trade as of now, but I am expecting the price in the upcoming week and weeks to start turning around and continuing upwards as we're getting closer and closer to the Ichimoku cloud. Yes, and now finally we are getting to our daily, and as hopefully you know, every day I do a daily short. It's just a 15-second just before the market opening. And again, since I am traveling, I was unable to find the time to mark every day basically. And last week and this week, I continue to tell you that I am bearish on the S&P 500. We did call the reversal here at the Ichimoku cloud beautifully. This was just before the Friday opening. So around here, I was telling you to watch out for the cloud, that it will start pushing down the price. And it did. And this just before the Thursday opening, we had this massive opening down here that I expected this just probably triggered a lot of stop losses, and that is why we got this move from down here all the way up here basically. So once these stop losses were triggered, once that volume disappeared, well, and then the cloud moves in, and then the moving averages move in, and that this is the return you get, basically, a reversal. And let's see if we zoom out. How does it look? Well, it's a sideways action. On the daily chart, this is a sideways action. There is probably some, let's see, let's do the retracement on this move. Yeah, there you go. It is possible that we, on the bigger picture, get a reversal up here to the cloud before we continue our journey downwards. But again, when it comes to shorts, I don't look at the dailies. I look at the hourly chart. But in the bigger picture, yes, there we could have a reversal, a retracement basically up to the cloud before we continue our journey downwards. So we are unfortunately not done, probably not done with the S&P 500 going down just yet. Let's zoom out even more to see if we have something new. And here you have even bigger pictures. So I believe that give this chart maybe a few more months of sideways action, or perhaps even lower prices in S&P 500, but eventually we will get to this cloud. And as we move closer and closer to this cloud, this is where we will get reversal. But again, we are talking months here, and this is like 2023 and 2024. So basically next year. Next year could possibly be a reversal for S&P 500. And mostly I believe that hopefully, I don't know, Russia will give up the war in 2023, or something happens to Putin. They maybe well, just replace him, and that will hopefully start a new impulsive move for the S&P 500. But for now, I do believe that on the bigger picture, we are going to go slowly down, perhaps sideways. On a lower picture, that means daily, and we could possibly reverse a little bit up to this area before we continue down. But on the hourly charts, that is every day, on the upcoming week, I expect this to continue slowly down, basically. Anyway, guys, that was it. Thank you for tuning in. And if you want me to look at some other charts, just write that in the comment, and I'll see what I can do. Anyway, cheers, guys.